The World Superbike Championship makes its way over to Donington Park for round 7 of the 2025 campaign, and it's time for the Superpole race. A quick blast around the East Midlands circuit. We're going for a very interesting race. Let's head down there and get to the grid for all the action and join our colleagues down there ready to go. And the green light is moments away from going on as well out here on the circuit. As hopefully we get our audio back shortly. However, there's a few
Race need to change the engine. 35 minutes to change the engine, but normally you have the engine already prepared with oil cooler, radiator, everything ready to go.
When it's a big one, sometimes 5 hours. Let's say if the engine is safe, it's maximum 4 or 5 hours. If you have to replace the engine,
I remember a period where, you know, I've left the garage at 4 AM, back to the hotel, a couple of hours sleep, back in at 7 again.
Sure, sometimes you had it 2 times in a row, 2 or 3 times in a row. Sometimes it's very, very busy.
Working with Top Rack, I would just say it's pleasurable and a privilege, actually. We were at a test in the first year working with him at Aragon. Out of nowhere, he just came into the garage on the rear wheel and just was doing pirouette wheelies in between the bikes, maybe 5 or 6 times, and then just went straight back out again. And we're just like, what have we got?
Toprak is funny, he's very friendly to the people, he's nice. You have nice relation with him because push for the people who works hard for take results.
You know, to have 2 world championships with him, I think we're on 150 odd podiums now, 60 odd World Superbike wins. You know, he's by far been the most successful rider I've worked with.
Well, there's no doubt in the talent of the rider, but also it's the mechanics who are really, as I said, earning their keep here today in that BMW garage. On Michael van der Mark's side, Top Rack's out on the grid, everything's calm out there, shaky, but Mikey's obviously had an issue on the sighting lap with his #1 bike. Yeah, it looked like the #1 bike had an issue. They've brought that back in. They've wheeled out the spare bike. There's a spare bike between the 2 riders. That's all been stickered up as Mikey's bike now. The FIM steward's been in and approved that, and yeah, they're working frantically to get that ready. I think that he'll join the back of the grid for the warm-up lap, and hopefully he'll be able to take his grid spot. But yeah, you see right behind us right now, they're just wheeling the bike out. Mikey's just coming out of the garage, jumping on the spare bike, and away he'll go. Yeah, I actually think it's very kind of BMW to show us that frantic work when we just had a feature about how important the mechanics are. Yeah, it's timely, wasn't it? I don't know if Sean, can we just see if we can get a quick word with Sean. Sean, can you just quickly fill us in on the issue there?
Okay. Yeah, we just don't know what it was. He just had a technical issue on turn 4 there on the outlap. So luckily FIM were here, so we managed to get the second bike out, which means pit lane. I'm back to joining the grid and go from the back on the start. So we just don't know until we get the bike back, so I can't tell you a lot, but at least we got him out there. He'll have to start from the back, which is a pity, but at least we're on the grid, yeah?
Great job by the team. Well done, Sean. Cheers. Thank you. All right, there you go, Greg. JT, drama before we even start this Superpole sprint race here.
Yeah, you can say.
Drama upon drama is exactly what we like to see. They're out then on the warm-up lap. Let's take a look then quickly at how it lines up. It's going through with Top Right, Raz Galiolu, Nico Bulliger, Jonathan Ray now takes in 3rd from Sam Lowes, Andrea Locatelli, Ryan Vickers, then it's Yari Montella, Petrucci, Bautista, Agata Gerloff, Luca Noah, Ian Oney, Vandermark, Gardner, Redding, Bassini, Vierge, Timmy Bridewell is now down as well, down in 46 on 19th place. Rinadal, Sofaguli, Rabat and Lopez starts at the back. It is a 10-lap Tissot sprint here at Donington Park. It's a beautiful day It's been the coolest of the weekend so far, but Top Right Razgaliolu can probably take it, and it feels weird actually being on this side of the commentary box and not being there actually in the commentary box as well, but well, it's probably a lot easier to take it through as well coming into this one. Hello everybody, let's get the live tracking operational as well so that we can take a look at the maps and get all that sorted. Oh dear, and it's not actually in the best situation, so this will be a quick little run around as we get ready for the green lights to go on. Round 7 of the World Superbike Championship, a 10-lap TSO sprint here at Donington Park. Eyes to the lights, Top Right Razgaliolu on pole position. It's lights out and blast off. It's a good start from Jonathan Ray. That's more like it from him as he heads down the inside line. In towards Redgate we go at the first corner. He's going to battle Nicolo Bulliger. Sam Lowe's, a little bit of a twitch, doesn't go down this time. He keeps through, a little bit of a touch actually with Locatelli. Through now into Hollywood and down through the Craner curves towards the old hairpin, and it's into the lead. Top Right Razgaliolu, Jonathan Ray in second position as they come through now. Nicolo Bulliger is under pressure as well from Andrea Locatelli, and Locatelli's going to go through into third position. Sam Lowe's trying to find a place through as well as the Superbikes rise up with the noise of the engines. Up now into McLean's, then into Coppice. It's remarkably uphill, this section of the circuit. That's the best I've ever seen it represented on television actually, with the cameras here. Down the back straight then towards the Fogarty Yeses. Top Right Razgaliolu in the lead of the race from Jonathan Ray in second. Bulliger third, Sam Lowe's fourth, Locatelli into the S as we go. Great vantage point actually if you're at Donington trackside. Go underneath the track, walk alongside, and you get a fantastic, almost you can reach out and touch the riders as Bulliger way out of shape, and that's going to allow Sam Lowe's to battle hard. It could be a Brit 2-3 as a yellow flag has come out on the circuit, and so that doesn't need to be a red flag. They'll keep it going at the moment. It's at turn 11, and it's Michael van der Mark. Yeah, no Alex Lowe's as well. He's taken a condition worsening after his crash yesterday, so Alex not in the contention, Sam is, and now we're seeing as well that's Yanni Montella battling with Bautista as they go through Hollywood, down through the Craner curves and in towards Old Hall. Heavy braking spot to come in as well, then back on the throttle, rising up the hill. Michael van der Mark then back in the pit lane, no jump starts from the stewards, but a bad Superpole race for him. Let's see if race 2 later on will be any different. A little bit wide there from Remy Gardner. Garrett Gerloff was in a few places. Top Right Razgaliolu leads the race. Ray second, Bulliger third, Lowe's fourth, Locatelli fifth. Up 3 places, Bautista moving up into 6th position. Iannoni's also moved up a fellow 3 places, so there's been more time there on the overall stewarding side of things. I was expecting a bit of a difference as they climb back up again. Daniel Petrucci now into 8th position, late on the brakes. Jonathan Ray back from injury. Can he actually take through? And off onto the penalty long lap loop as well goes Yanni Montella, falls down into 11th position. But Jonathan Ray back then after injury a couple of races ago. Is he now in contention for a race win? Can he beat Top Right Razgaliolu? It almost looks like it's going to rain here at Donington as they come into the braking zone for Redgate as well. Iannoni's on the back of Petrux and he's not going to get through there, unfortunately. Daniel Petrucci holding off very strong action so far in this one as they come through. Megan's just walked to the commentary box wide. I'll come fix that. Let's go back then as well. Let's head down to our colleagues.
Iannoni is Gerloff. Behind Gerloff is Montella.
Iannoni's only scored 6 points in the last 7 races. It's been an absolute disaster for the Italian, but it's a better start here in 9th on the back of Daniel Petrucci. Petrucci on the podium yesterday, so he's got a good yardstick, but Nicola Bulliger looks a little bit anxious now to get past Jonathan Ray in front of him because Toprak is on the move.
It just flashed up on our screen saying that Montella's long lap is under investigation. He wasn't trying to take a long lap. He just made a mistake and ended up in the long lap penalty lane. But he does need to go through there later in the race to causing yesterday's crash. But here comes Bulliger down the inside of Jonathan Ray, up into 2nd place. And now the battle is really on, but he's He's got to get through on Jonathan first. Oh, lovely stuff from the Northern Irishman. Booliger was too quick down into the S's. That's confidence with a capital C from Jonathan, but it's not over yet. Booliger on the left, Ray on the right. Sam Lowes is right in behind them, and it's still going on.
Brilliant battles, isn't it, through Foggies and Melbourne Loop, and they're side by side. Who's going to get the best? It's going to be Nicola Booliger that's got the advantage on the inside at Goddard's. Brilliant, though, from Jonathan Ray. What a fighter here at Donington.
Yes, what a fight back after the horrendous accident that absolutely smashed up his lower leg and foot in Australia at the start of the season. It's far cooler today, and they are more comfortable out there with more grip, better track temperatures, just 30 degrees Celsius.
As things go on, as we continue back on now. Hello. Megan's camera wasn't set up, it was on the world feed, so that would have been a bad situation. Long lap not executed for rider 5 of Jari Montella. Well, he was in the long lap loop, but I think that's an automated message because he's gone through it, outbraking himself. So we'll see what the stewards decide about that one shortly. Down into the braking zone, though. That's going to work out. That's 55, so that's Locatelli and Bautista battling over 5th position. Booliger is into 2nd, Sam Lowes in 3rd, Jonathan Ray drops to 4th. What happened there? Jonathan Ray's dropped down into 4th place. Sorry, I didn't spot that. I hope the commentary team did of Greg Haynes and James Toseland. Bautista down to 5th position ahead of Locatelli, but Jonathan's dropped back into 4th position as they continue on. Yeah, Booliger got through and just changed through and just blew past him, and Sam Lowes now in 3rd position. Well, the sunny, hot weekend we've had here at Donington Park is now being turned into almost a misty affair. It's quite weird how it's drawn in quite quickly. And they've repainted all the curbs here at Donington as well. They were doing that after the touring car round of the championship earlier on this year. A little bit of a sideways momentum. Uphill now in towards McLean's. And we're watching Jonathan Ray battling with Avio Bautista, but now 4th position after getting passed by Booliger and Lowes. Lap 4 of 10. It's going to be marginal, but we're going to hopefully get this race in time. There's about 12 minutes, and we've got 10-ish. Yeah, we might have to guess in the last few laps to the world feed on that one as well, so that could be a little bit problematic. Still, the action growing here. Toprak leading by 2 seconds now. He's pulled out a gap, and don't think anyone can catch Nicola Booliger. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. 5 to go then, half distance in this race. Out of the last corner, Goddard's, and up now over the line. A reminder that they will be using that hairpin for the British Touring Car Championship in August. Next month, we return for the weekend number 8 of the campaign. Trying to work out, that's rounds 23, 24, 25. No. Yeah, 23, 24, 25 of the championship. And 26, 27, 25, 26, 27 takes place at Silverstone. 28, 29, 30 at Brands. So it's rounds 20, 22, 23, 24. Over we go again, into the top of the hill. That's Petrux on the back of Ryan Vickers, who knows this circuit very well from his British Superbike days. Into the S's. Late on the brakes, and it's a slam dunk. Petrux, but Vickers knows it too well. Switch back at the Fogarty S's was nicely done. Jonathan doesn't, does he? But Ryan's outbraked himself and has let Petrux back through. Ray's down to 5th position now as well, as you say. So Jonathan Ray, who was injured back in earlier on this season, still not doing well. But look at Andrea Nerney, he's under pressure from Garrett Gerloff, who's trying to look through it. Sunshine breaking out now on the start-finish straight here as we enter turn 1 at Redgate. And no moves going on so far. 4 to go in the Superbike race. Not a great attendance here at Donington. It's not packed out like it was last year. It's still fairly decent though, I must admit, but putting I tell you what, Dorna have made some daft decisions this year. They put the MotoGP British Grand Prix on the same week as the Isle of Man, and they've put the World Superbike round on the same weekend as the Goodwood Festival of Speed. Everybody's at Goodwood. It's only the bike fans who are here. I mean, yes, speak to your core demographic, but if you've got a choice of going to Goodwood or to Donington, you're going to go to Goodwood. And that's what many fans have done. It's the same instance over in IndyCar at the moment, where across the weekend at Iowa, would you like to know how many tickets they've sold in total this weekend? Have a guess. Well, close. 6,000. Only 6,000 tickets have been sold at Iowa for IndyCar this weekend. Whereas 100,000 has been sold for the NASCAR in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, that's true. Portland's going to do well for IndyCar, but it's the fact is that we're going to circuits that are just ridiculous, and it's all about scheduling. It's all about scheduling, and they've put it at the wrong time here. Ideally, what should happen is we should have the British Grand Prix for motorcycle racing in July and the Superbike race in August. And it should be, it should be that. It would work way better. Ticket prices are decent here as well, actually, for Donington Park. They're cheaper than Silverstone for MotoGP. So you would assume that more people would come to this. Answer, sadly, is a no on that front. 3 laps to go, and I'm crossing my fingers that we might be able to get this one done before the start of the Moto 2. It's going to be a very quick change around, just to let you know. Might be possible. They might be on the parade lap when we're starting, just to let you know. So I apologise if that's the case. They shouldn't start until 11:15 anyway. And it's 11:12 now with 2 to go. That's 3 minutes. It's close, but it might just work. Out of the race has gone Aiki Lukanoa, stopped with a technical problem at turn 6. So it's 11:11 as they come through into the braking zone at the Melbourne hairpin. Back up towards Goddard's. So I can see, I don't know about you, I can just see all of this and I know exactly where everything is here. Oh, running wide! Well, I wish Ryan Vickers should know the way around this place, but he just outbraked himself coming into Goddard's and straight on. Down in towards now at Redgate. 2 to go. That's a disappointment. I hope JT's not watching. He might be very upset about that one. I'm a fan of Ryan Vickers from his British Superbike days. He is stepping out a little bit. I wonder if he's cooked those tyres a little bit too much. So on softest softs, remember, front and rear. It's first year for Superbikes. Yeah. Iannoni's under pressure from Garrett Gerloff. A couple of places swapping back. It's going to be the last lap. We're going to have to go incredibly quickly off air in order to get back to the Moto 2 race. I'm surprised we've been able to get this done. Thank you, Top Rat Razgalioli. There's Aiki Lukanoa retiring. Tell you what, I can take it for a second. Just drop back to the other channel so I can double check that we're okay. Hang on a minute. That's Scott Redding out. Redding's out too. So that's already worst case scenario. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of time. This is the last lap of the race. Top Rat Razgalioli is going to be in. How nice! We can just slot in the Superbike race just before the Moto 2 race. That's worked out perfectly. Onto the braking zone, then in towards turn number 1 at Redgate. That's Jonathan Renan in 5th position. As side by side, Garrett Gerloff makes a move on the inside. That's passing with Andrea Iannone. So Iannone is actually attacking Gerloff for 8th position as he drops down the hill. What can the American do to defend against the Italian? Andrea Iannone, of course, very much lucky to be still in motorcycle racing, accepted the 4-year ban for drug use. Returned to Superbikes. And he's had a win. He's had a win. But sadly, it looks like the rumours going around the paddock that the writing is very much on the wall for him coming in to the remaining of this season. Top Rat Razgalioli is half a sector away from another win as on the inside. There we go, the inside. Locatelli gets ahead. Jonathan Ray's going to cut back to the outside line. The two teammates doing battle over 5th position. Locatelli's going to have him there. I don't think Jonathan's going to be able to cut back on the inside. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Top Rat Razgaliolu will continue the Donington domination by winning the Superpole race in superb fashion. Top Rat wins, Bulliger in second, and the title is closing down once more between these two. There are times, I think, did Top Rat deliberately flunk Phillip Island at the start of the year just to give us an interesting time. He is closing in time and time again. It's Top Rat from Bulliger. Sam Lowes is third, a podium for him on home soil. Bautista Locatelli, Jonathan Ray in sixth, Petrucci, Gerloff, Iannone, Agata, Vickers, Gardner, Vieje, Bassini and Montella the 15. We'll be back for the race later. Next up, it's Moto 2.